Welcome back to Raw Forestry, real machines, real mistakes, and the kind of job site moments that prove one thing. Steel doesn't decide the outcome. People do. Let's get into it. Exactly, that was one of the cleanest displays of operator skill you'll see. The bridge didn't move. The laws of physics didn't change. Human judgment determined the outcome. That's why we break down real errors here, so you stay safer out there. Subscribe for authentic job site insight. But skill isn't guaranteed, especially under pressure. A new operator misjudged the equipment and paid for it in damage, and sometimes that bill comes straight out of your own pocket. One wrong call, one bad angle, and the repair costs write the lesson for you. And if you're working winter routes, I'm saying it plainly. Winter tires aren't optional. They're the difference between control and a slide you can't talk your way out of. Then you get the comments section calling it out, no earth anchors, no proper bracing when digging that deep. And they're right. Once you go down far, you don't save time by cutting corners. Support is non-negotiable. Now here's a rare setup, the Volvo BM 650 half tracker. You don't see many of these anymore. It's the perfect middle ground between a tank and a tractor, made for northern logging without chewing the ground to pieces. Because one moment of carelessness and even the rescue vehicle ends up needing rescue. And sometimes it's pure bad luck. A guy is just shoveling snow, minding his business, and a car loses control and nearly pins him. Wrong place, wrong time, and it almost turns deadly. On the smarter side, high-tech fixes actually matter in harsh places. One truck clearing 2 lanes with the AM 4600 front plow and side wing, that's real efficiency. Less fuel, less time, fewer rigs needed. Heavy haul is a different kind of danger. A lowboy hauling an oversized crane loses traction on loose gravel, and suddenly you've got a serious transport incident. Oversized convoys can look calm, but danger is always present. Same with trains. The train stopped, but momentum kept sliding for several more rotations. People forget that stopping isn't instant when weight and inertia are involved. And if the street is an icy slope, it turns into a bowling alley. Cars don't drive anymore, they just get redirected by gravity. Recovery and cleanup can be surprisingly technical too. That claw makes the bus look like a toy. People assume they just crush everything, but using a backhoe with a grapple is faster for separating materials, metal types, components. Everything's sorted smarter. Airports are their own world. You can't just push snow to the side near runways. That's why the M9000 HD exists, built to throw snow far enough to keep landing strips clear and safe for incoming flights. Now imagine recovering a Cat D9 from under ice. That's nearly 50 tons of steel. You can't just yank it. One mistake snaps a frame or cables, and you've turned a bad day into a catastrophic one. When a multi-ton load collapses on the roadway, only a heavy-duty crane has the lift capacity to reposition it safely. Jobs at this scale remind you how small we are and how far human engineering can go. Up north, the ice gives way right under the drive axles. It's common on the road to the Arctic coast. Even rugged gear struggles. Extreme cold makes metal brittle and the work 10 times harder. Even huge flotation tires won't save you if the belly pan hits deep mud. At that point, you're basically an anchor. The operator tries using the grapple for leverage, but once you're buried that deep, physics doesn't negotiate. Then there's the classic mistake, forgetting to lower the axles before tipping. On the surface, it looks easy, but with the load sitting rear heavy, balance and control decide the outcome. Oversized wind turbine transport? Same story. Moving a 3-5-meter blade through narrow streets is a centimeter by centimeter operation. Skilled operators guide it because one sloppy moment ruins everything. Towing is another trap. A dozer pulling a heavy truck demands perfect coordination and traction control. One miscalculation equals impact and expensive consequences. Roof avalanches are brutal too. Solar panels act like a slide, so the entire snow load releases at once. It's clean, fast, and dangerously heavy. And at crossings, people love blaming missing gates. But if the horn is audible from the start, that's not bad crossing design. That's someone not paying attention. Tough lesson, every time. Overloaded cranes? Same deal. Safety has to come first. Gravity doesn't care about confidence. Sometimes the opening of a delivery season looks bold, like a log truck pulling a wheelie. But steel versus terrain always ends the same way. Soft ground and depth win when people ignore limits. Watch the pros during recovery, moving the tow truck 3 times just to get the best angle. That's not wasting time, that's how you avoid snapping gear and making it worse. And even on a straight road with clear visibility, it only takes one person losing focus for half a second to wreck everyone's day. Rain on a slope is enough. Thankfully, sometimes disaster is avoided best possible outcome. Now a question for you. One side was born for the battlefield, the other grew up in the fields. Where do you stand? Because overconfidence plus miscalculation is how towing jobs go sideways fast. Trying to overtake on slick road? That's asking for trouble. You turn the wheel, and nothing happens. That helpless moment says it all. When a speeding car is headed toward pedestrians, the moment the tractor starts moving, the outcome becomes predictable. Heavy machines don't react fast, and light vehicles don't get a second chance. Heavy lifts demand precision, mistakes cost. Weak ground can roll a loaded dump truck in a heartbeat. And brake failure on a truck? Nightmare fuel. You can feel the panic just looking at the cab crushing down. That's raw forestry. Real work, real consequences, and real lessons because the machine isn't the problem. The decision-making is.